Distance control is one of those things in Star Citizen that people still tend to have a difficult time with. A lot of it can be broken down into understanding pip control or pip manipulation, maybe even pip neutralization, depending on whatever you want to call it. This is I'm not going to call this complicated, but it's something that's very hard to describe and explain. But once you see it a few times, it should probably start to make sense. So I'm going to try to demonstrate this with an AI. A general rule of thumb here is that if you want to get closer to your opponent, you strafe into the pip. And if you want to get further away from your opponent, you strafe away from the pip. Alright, so how does this watch this here? So first thing I want to do is we're going to try and get distance away from him. We're going to see if the AI can work with me here. So if the pip is to the left, I'm strafing to the right. And do you see that distance that we're getting? Now, if I want to get us into a situation where we're going to close, I'm going to get closer, I'm now going to strafe into the pip. To get close to your opponent, you want to manipulate the pip and kind of keep it neutral. And that's all you're really trying to do. And I don't think a lot of people understand that. They see the pip as just something that you use to aim. And while it is, it's also something that you use to steer, or to get a good reading on where your opponent's going. You see how now I'm strafing away from it? And look at the distance I gained on that guy. This also works if your opponent is vertical to you, or the pip is vertical. So I'm down strafing, and you can see that I'm getting distance while I'm down strafing here. The pip is above me, I'm strafing down, now he's pushing. Now we're going to shift again, strafe away. We're going to strafe up, we're going to neutralize, and you can see how quickly we're closing the distance. And notice how I'm not holding W at all? I'm actually using the strafes to read the pip. A great way to put this would probably be that the closer the pip is to the target, the easier it's going to be for you to maneuver in ways that you want to maneuver, such as closing distance, or even, in some cases, gaining distance. Whereas the further it is away, the harder it's going to be for you to do the things that you want to do with the enemy.